Hello unique creatures. Today I am going to give my backstory as promised in the last video, and we're going to go through a few key things that's really going to round out the introduction package that I've created. So without further ado, let's get started. So I wanted this video to be as raw and honest as possible. I want to give over all this information without cutting, going to jokes, because this is the serious side of myself. Well, not so much the serious side, but it's the real and honest. I believe I'm a pretty open and honest person, and I really want to keep that persona going as I move into this business, because I think what this business can really use is a lot of honesty from people. I think there's a lot of I hate to use the word show ponies, but you know, the image of the fitness industry has to be a specific thing within that industry. So I'm really trying to break down those barriers and give my most honest persona. So with that, what I'm going to do today is I'm going to go through a couple of things about myself, where I've come from, why I'm doing this, and finally round out this intro package for my business by illustrating the main theme of the business, or the main group of people that I'll be targeting my business towards. So in regards to that, myself, who am I? My name's Kane Whiteman. I'm a single father of two beautiful daughters, Leilani and Elise, who form my camera crew, so no doubt you've probably heard me referencing them. That's who I'm referencing in regards to my videos. I was born and raised on the Central Coast. I've been away over the last 16 years or so within the military. I spent 16 years in the Army, and yeah, so that's what I've been doing over the last couple of years, is going through some pretty tumultuous times, and I know I've kind of alluded to that in the last couple of videos and clips and stuff like that, and obviously my friends and family are pretty well abreast of that, but this is more directed to the people who are looking at this business or looking at myself for the first time and getting a bit of a snapshot idea of where I've come from. So as I said, the last 5 years have been pretty tumultuous. Coming out of the Army, I had a pretty bad mental health breakdown. There were a lot of different factors to why that happened. Things that were kind of residing within myself for a long period of time, and just the fatigue and burnout of being in the Army for 16 years. Also being married, having two kids, and obviously just coping with all those different things just didn't go well. I won't go too much into the specifics of that. I really want to keep that not so much hidden, but keep that for when, you know, people come into this business and come into my life, that I can share those stories and share how I got out of those stories, what I learned, and hopefully help other people that are going through their tough times as well. So that's what's been happening the last 5 years. As I said, I spent time in and out of mental health hospitals. It was medically discharged from the military. My marriage of 10 years ended about 18 months ago. So again, dealing with that, going through becoming a single parent as well, co-parenting. It's been a tough road, suffice to say, but I think the silver lining, it's kind of led me here, and I think everyone that knows me will agree, has made me a better person, and has really transformed me in many ways for the better. So, and obviously being in this space now, the things that I'm going to be doing, hopefully for a very long time, that will really shine through about where I've come from and what I'm doing, and the efforts that I'm going to be putting into making people, or changing people's lives, I should say. So that's obviously the reason for starting this business. Again, skill set wise, it's a no-brainer for me being a personal trainer. Spending 16 years in the military, I pretty much was fully qualified as a personal trainer stepping out. Doing the course was just, a box to tick, and as I said, a lot of times, in the military, I spent a lot of times, riding a desk, doing a lot of office work, and I just never wanted to go back to that. I wanted to get outside, I wanted to free my mind and, use a lot of those skill sets that I had within the military. So that, as I said, that was just an easy transition for me. And I've just spent, as I said, the last 12 months just really cementing that, navigating my way through it and looking for a path that has basically led me to here. So I finished my course, I'm a fully qualified trainer, and that's about it. So moving on to the core group, where I'm going with this, what I'm trying to achieve. A couple of things that I'm very passionate about, obviously having 2 daughters, and raising them to, not just raising them obviously in the way that I perceive is the right way to do it, but raising them to understand the world around them, and hopefully having a business, being able to, a business that, gets into people's lives and affects people's lives, affecting people's lives in a way that's going to benefit my daughters in the long run. So one thing that I'm very passionate about is empowering women. So obviously that's going to be a huge focus in my business, from young women to older women, women that are struggling, struggling with having kids, having families, and a whole bunch of different reasons. And really trying to change the landscape that is the fitness industry at the moment. Second thing I'm very passionate about is trying to change the element of the body image issues that we're having in society at the moment. And not just from a female's perspective, but also from a male's perspective. I think in the last couple of years, I've noticed a really healthy trend. It's kind of a double-sided trend. I'll give it that. There's a lot of good things that come out of it. A lot of young people are really getting into fitness, but with the double-edged sword of it comes into, it's becoming a very bad obsession. It's creating image issues, I think, within society, and it's probably not so much prevalent now, but I think in the next couple of years it will become more prevalent. So, as I said, the second thing is working on body image issues. I think later on down the track, I really want to look into doing some campaigns on body image issues. And as I said, it will be very much centered, my business will be very much focused on creating, self-harmony, self-love, and bettering yourself for health, not just for looks, And I think inherently, when you exercise and when you do those things and you put in the work, and you feel better about yourself, you will have that perception of yourself that you look good, no matter what you look like. And that's the line that I'm trying to go down. And the third thing that I'm very passionate about, and this kind of leads into the exclusive group or the banner that I really want to put on Unique Creatures Fitness, is the LGBTQI+, nailed it, community. Being a part of that community, spending the last 12 months as part of that community, I've had a few ideas in my head about where I wanted to take the business. Obviously that was a big part of it, empowering women and all these things, all these ideas that I had, and I was starting to go down a path that I couldn't really nut it out into exactly what I wanted to do. So I sat down with a couple of friends who were also part of that community. I said, I'm not sure how to navigate this. What do you think? And the resounding answer was, fly the flag. So that's what I plan on doing. So Unique Creatures Fitness is going to be, as far as I'm aware, the first LGBTQI+ fitness group on the Central Coast. So I'm very excited about that. I'm very happy that I've come to this conclusion. I want it to be an all-inclusive, and I think, currently where the world sits, I think this is a very good way to go about my business philosophy and really push my business forward, is to have this real mantra of inclusivity, something like that. Anyway, you know what I mean. So, I want everyone that's part of the LGBTQ plus community to really attach themselves to this. And I'm not saying that other gyms or other fitness businesses don't have that inclusive mantra, but I think flying the flag, so to speak, and really putting that flag in the ground, and drawing out those people that don't feel comfortable, stepping outside the way that they would like to step outside. Because I know I feel like that sometimes, that I want to step outside in the way that I feel comfortable, but sometimes that's a little bit hard because of the still current perceptions within society. So, as I said, I really want to get everyone in there, create that really safe environment, create a very happy community, and really jump on the bandwagon of all the LGBTQI plus entities that we have, and they're very small within the Central Coast, Newcastle area. But I think if I, really attach my wagon to that train and really help progress that forward. So that's pretty much it. That's where I'm going. What's my plan of what I want to do. So obviously initially I'll still be doing the personal training for anyone and everyone who wants it. But then when I move into that group, that group fitness, as I said, I really want to fly the flag and make that group, as I said, very unique, so to speak. And yeah, so, if you have questions, if you have friends in the LGBTQI space that are not aware of my business for one, or are looking to find a community like that, send them my way. As I said, the next couple of months, when we get out there in the open, we're going to have a lot of fun and do a lot of good work, I think. So that's pretty much it. I hope I didn't ramble or race too fast. I hope I covered everything. As I said, I really just want to get this, close this loop off of this intro pack that I've done, so I can start getting into the more fun stuff, getting into the really informative, funny videos that I have planned to make, really get boots on the ground and, get people into this business, get people interested, and as I said, really start to formulate this community. So as always, I will see you later, my beautiful, unique creatures.